Welcome back everyone, thanks for checking out another video. One of my favorite videos to make are comparison videos. I've done a bunch of videos in the past where I've used my cars and I've changed parts and done comparisons using my dyno to figure out if the parts make power or not. And today presented itself with a really unique opportunity. About 2 years ago, I tuned this car and the owner's been enjoying it ever since and it's been running well, but the owner decided to do one more mod, one more upgrade, and only one. It's a unique mod that almost never gets tested out on its own. This is a K24 swapped EP3, and the one mod that the owner decided to do was an RSX Type S oil pump. So today we have the results of how much additional power just doing the RSX Type S oil pump will make for you on your K24 swap. So the tuning's all done. I have the results to share with you guys. I'm gonna go through the details of this build. We'll share some shots of the dyno pulls, and then I will share the final results at the end. All right guys, so this is a 2004 EP3 Honda Civic SI. In Canada, they were actually called SIRs, but this is a US car. So in this case, it's technically a Honda Civic SI. The owner decided to swap out the original base model engine and swap in a K24, which is what a lot of guys go for. The engine that was swapped in was a 2004 Accurate TSX engine, so the K24 A2, and he has basically done full bolt-ons on this setup. I'm gonna start at the intake side of things. It has a hybrid racing cold air intake, the K-tuned Billet 72mm throttle body. It has an RBC intake manifold, port matched to the larger throttle body. It has a set of RDX injectors, header, it has a PLM header, and it only has a custom 2.5-inch exhaust system. So those are all the bolt-ons. But in regards to the actual engine itself, there are two main upgrades that guys like to do. One would be the 50-degree VTC Cam Gear wheel, so we can adjust the intake cam a bit more than the factory limited 25-degree VTC wheel. Additionally, the other big upgrade is the RSX Type S oil pump that removes the balance shafts, and which in theory should free up some horsepower. And that's why we're making this video today, to show you the results of the RSX Type S oil pump in a Honda K24 engine. The first time this car was here, it had all the exact same bolt-ons, every single thing, including the 50-degree VTC Cam Gear, but it did not have the RSX Type S oil pump. So the owner decided to do the oil pump and needed to bring it in for a retune. So I retuned it for him. The funny thing is, it's way hotter today. I believe when we originally tuned this car, it was April, and it is the end of September, and it's a fairly warm day. But the results from today, they'll speak for themselves. Why don't I cut through the shots of the dyno pulls, and then we'll share the final results. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the dyno pulls. I have the final results up on my screen. So, in red are the results from this car, I don't know, almost 2 years ago, when we tuned it without the Type S oil pump. And in blue are the results from today, a much hotter day, and the only change was the RSX Type S oil pump. If you'll notice, the blue line makes more power basically everywhere, minimal gains down low, but higher up in the RPM range where that rotating mass of the balance shafts plays a bigger role, it freed up a whole bunch more power. So results from before with the old oil pump, the original K24 oil pump, made 226 wheel horsepower and 200 torque. Today with the RSX Type S oil pump, it made 246 horsepower and 202 foot-pounds torque. Big gains up top. Very linear gains. The higher we revved, the more power it made. I increased the red line a little bit now that it has the better oil pump. Before it had a 7,500 RPM red line. Now it has a 7,700 RPM red line. There was really no point in going higher. It was plateauing at that point. So we're just gonna keep it at 7,700 RPMs for the red line. But super interesting results. I very rarely get a car in like this where I can pinpoint one specific mod and show the specific gains that this one mod did. So I'm glad the owner brought it by today. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like always, if you liked the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, and I will continue to keep making these videos for you guys. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.